A statute is an act of the legislature of a state that extends its binding force to all the citizens or subjects of that state, as distinguished from an act which extends only to an individual or company. Note here the important difference between a law and a statute. A statute is an act of the legislature commanding or prohibiting something, as in a positive law. Statutes are distinguished from common law. The later, common law, owes its binding force to the principles of justice, to long use, and the consent of a nation. The former, or statutes, owe their binding force to a positive command or declaration of the supreme power. Statute is commonly applied to the acts of a legislative body, as in Congress, consisting of representatives. In monarchies, the laws of the sovereign are called edicts, decrees, and ordinances, rescripts, etc. A statute is also defined as a special act of the supreme power, of a private nature, or intended to operate only on an individual or company. A statute is the act of a corporation or of its founder, intended as a permanent rule or law, as the statutes of a university. The word code in U.S. Code refers to a collection of the laws and constitutions of the Roman emperors, made by order of Justinian, containing 12 books. The name is also given to other collections of Roman law as the Theodosian Code. Hence, in general, any collection or digest of laws. A code is defined as legislation. It signifies in general a collection of laws. It is a name given by way of eminence to a collection of such laws made by the legislature. It is also interesting to note that the word civil does not refer to a living man. It is the opposite of nature. It means not naturally, but only in law, as a man civilly dead. A citizen is considered dead. When a citizen takes a mortgage is a dead pledge. Only a man is alive. A citizen lives only in fiction, and thus is dead. Civil relates to the community, or to the policy and government of the citizens and subjects of a state, as in the phrases civil rights, civil government, civil privileges, civil war, civil justice. Civil is opposed to criminal, as a civil suit between citizens alone, whereas a criminal process is between the state and a citizen. Civil is distinguished from the ecclesiastical or religious law, which respects the church, and from military, which respects the army and navy. Civil relates to any man as a member of a community, as civil power, civil rights, the power or rights which a man enjoys as a citizen. Civil refers to a man that is reduced to order, rule, and government under a regular administration, implying some refinement or manners, not savage or wild, as civil life or civil society. But in reality, civil refers to a civil death. Civil death in law is that which cuts off a man from civil society, or its rights and benefits, as a banishment, outlawry, excommunication, entering into a monastery, etc., as distinguished from a natural death, the death of the living man. Civil law, in a general sense, is the law of a state, city, or country. But in the appropriate sense, the Roman Empire comprised in the Statutes, Code, and Digest of Justinian and the novel constitutions. No, the U.S. Constitution was certainly not the first and won't be the last Constitution we ever see.